dictatorship spread throughout Africa and the Mideast and South America. America was it. We're the last one. We're it. And if they can get the system in place here, the soft Marxism, where you lock up your political enemies without a trial, without cause, you can create the charges, show me the man, I'll show you the crime. If they can get that here, then they can have rule of the Politburo. They can institute their own ruling party. A party that runs everything, and you're not invited.
I'm late, I know.
George Carlin.
I slept in.
Glenn Beck
What up, bro?
night, putting on a MAGA hat and saying there are now 100 million Americans who are going to put up their fists and say, stop. No more.
It's Benny Johnson.
He's right.
He is a symbol. He is a symbol of the average, everyday guy that keeps getting screwed every single
it's fucking
time.
rainy as fuck.
Watches other people screw up big banks, screw up their companies, and get away with it. They see people all the time.
The money did hit, so we're gone. We're good to go.
They'd be in prison for 20 years. But because they're not part of the elite, they get away with it.
I made up the
Donald Trump
difference
has taken arrow
with the
after
stupid
arrow,
fees.
And that's why this is the way the average American feels tonight. Yeah. And I hope that there's a few Democrats out there. But this guy has been taking the bullets for the average person now for years. And people on the right feel like he's the only guy.
Am I broadcasting on locals? No.
People are feeling.
Yeah, I got the locals' money though.
It's not gonna end well.
I don't have enough subs to. They only let you do like a 30-minute broadcast.
I don't know if Donald Trump
you don't have that many followers. So.
But I will tell you this.
And it's just I don't even know how to do it. They won't even give you the stream key yet. So you got to do it right through the app.
This country is in shambles, and there's going to be
yeah.
million people that will walk on broken glass and through
$29
to
so.
vote for someone
It's
other
aight.
than this corrupt banana republic administration.
We got it.
They know it. And this isn't the first time that they've known it. They've known it for the better part of a decade. I believe that George W. Bush.
You didn't have to do the big donation, man. We'll see how much they are. I didn't even look yet, but I'm just gonna find something sturdy and reliable. Probably some Brahmas or something like that. I don't know what Myers carries. Their cheap version.
And you're in the States, and you're not on the field, and they can care less.
Oh, sure. Hey.
What you think.
So you were asking about Pittsburgh tomorrow. Yeah, I gotta go out there and do a stupid verification video at one of the new center sites over on Frankstown Avenue or something.
Barack Obama, they're the same person, the same policies. One man.
Yeah.
Got one opportunity.
So today, though.
Out.
All right.
It was boring. And this was the moment where Donald Trump guaranteed that he would be indicted eventually in a fraud, a scam indictment. And he guaranteed it all the way.
All the TDSers were just
guaranteed that there would be
in orgasm last night and fucking on Twitter. I couldn't even.
The super state above our government.
Oh my God.
This exact moment. The moment
they're celebrating this moment.
It is. It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'll be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
That was it. It was worth it. It was worth it. Donald Trump has changed his bio on Truth Social. They're not coming after me. They're coming after you. I'm just standing in the way. Ladies and gentlemen, we have
Only issue is both parties coming. Just another waste of resources. Yeah. Yeah, they're coming after. Both parties are coming after us, though.
Tucker Show.
They both co-sponsored this restrict bill.
Tucker brings news about Trump.
Fuck them all, man. Fuck them all.
That Trump wants this. We've heard that Trump actually wants a shot. Why we put in our coverage. He wants you to see what they are trying to do to you.
A Fox News alert for you. Reports indicate that Donald Trump will be fingerprinted, photographed, and possibly handcuffed. He has been told to surrender early next week in New York City. Obviously, this is a humiliation ritual. The question is, how do we respond as Americans who are trying to be decent and measured and keeping, as always, the interests of our children and our grandchildren in mind, in the hope of continuing what we have, which is great.
Call Donald Trump
It's pouring.
and ask Donald
So when we get to the store, I'm probably going to have to put you guys in my hoodie pouch. Hopefully it doesn't disconnect the screen.
I just hung up with the former president. He tells me that he just learned of the news, that it's an attack on our country, that it's political persecution. He went on to say, David, they are trying to impact an election. I asked the former president, does he plan to turn himself in? David, he said, you take care, John. And then he hung up on me. So I think we're going to have to wait and see. But obviously, all of our reporting has been that the former president does indeed intend to head to New York.
Absolutely.
You want to give me that piece of information just yet from him?
I did watch Glenn Beck's reaction to it. And Glenn Beck does not like Trump.
Secret Service of what that is going to look like.
John Santucci, thanks for your
But he put on a MAGA hat last night.
or here's Trump responding the way
And Frickin's got the premieres popping today.
And I have to say, my father's the toughest person I've ever met before. I speak to him right before the show, and he is just, he's a rock. He's a fighter, he's a rock. He'll fight this all the way, and we will absolutely win it. There's no question about it. But Americans see people like, Soros paying $1 million to get Alvin Bragg elected, and then this guy's going out and doing this guy's, dirty work. People get it.
I'm mad at nobody, man.
You're getting thrown in front of subway trains in New York. You have homelessness that's raining.
This morning's a happy morning. We're going shopping for
They know exactly what
PPE.
Again, these people campaigned on video, saying that they were going to do this as soon as they got elected. Alvin Bragg bragged about when he was in the Attorney General's office that he went after my father 100 times. He still
Ain't nobody mad. It's a good day.
This was a mission. This is what they promised their donors. This is what they promised Soros that they would do. It's why they received the big checks. And it's exactly why the American people have lost total faith.
I'll run in and grab a coffee.
They see the weaponization of politics and of the justice system. We've seen it with the FBI. We've seen it with the DOJ. We've seen it time and time again.
We mad like in crazy mad, like we all mad, a little mad.
So, at some point, someone's going to have to ask
All right, I'll be right back.
about the person
And here you guys can look at the store.
charge that we have covered many times. A specious charge. A charge that they are elevating from a misdemeanor to a felony. Someone still has to explain to me how to do that, how that is legal. A charge that Alvin Bragg says in a statement last night. We contacted Mr. Trump's attorney to coordinate surrender of Manhattan DA's office Supreme Court indictment, which remains under seal. Guidance to be provided when the arraignment is selected. So wait a second, wouldn't this be a moment to have maximum transparency here? I mean, this seems like an insane moment to try and play tricks on people. They want to insult you. Matt Taibbi, who is a leftist, Matt Taibbi, who is a journalist who won many awards and worked with Rolling Stone, had this to say, gallows humor aside, this is the Gutfeld tweet, Royce, the indictment is a disaster, obviously. Shocked they actually went forward with this. When you see Matt Taibbi and Trump end up on the same plank, targeted by those in power, you realize the left-right duopoly is dead. Replaced by a new one, insiders versus outsiders. This is the new blueprint. The new filter to see all things in the coming years. Nailed it. And this is why Joe Biden is silent. If this wasn't the creation of a new Marxist America, then Joe Biden would be the first guy out there being like, oh, wait, hold on. Wouldn't Republicans be able to suddenly do this to me? Shouldn't I stand against this? Shouldn't I say that I dislike Donald Trump? And I want to run against him, and I'll beat him. But we shouldn't be indicting presidents? Wouldn't this mean something bad for me? But they don't have that intention. System of government that everyone applies to. A system of justice that is equal before all of us. That's not the goal. The goal is to have Joe Biden and his friends in power forever, and they can get away with anything they damn well please. That's the goal. So that's why Joe Biden sounds like this morning.
Mr. President, do you think that the charges against Trump are politically motivated?
Woo!
Oh, no comment. God, no comment. From the president, who
All right.
will most likely be facing his own arraignment.
Meyer.
Mark my words. Because this is where the base is now. You've created the rule. They did this with Neil Gorsuch in the Supreme Court. Harry Reid, on his dying day, last days in the Senate, said, I'm going to nuke the filibuster rule. No longer do we have filibusters for judicial nominees. I'm just going to make this up. Just to try and get like one last guy through at the very end of my term here. And Mitch McConnell, who's never right, got a broke clock, right twice a day, said, you're going to really regret this. And what happened? Trump slammed the Supreme Court full of conservatives, and Ruth Bader Ginsburg, her seat is now occupied by Amy Coney Barrett, Brett Kavanaugh, Neil Gorsuch, Trump judges that overturned Roe v. Wade this year. All because Democrats thought that this would be a great power play. They never, ever understood, oh my, the consequences of my own actions.
Little marshmallows. They do have them. It's funny you say that. They do have them.
Last night, Kevin Cork was on Fox News.
But no.
This is the straight news reporter that they bring.
Espresso blend.
Saying, get ready.
You guys don't care about the road. Espresso blend
Presidents should now be
with just
expected to be
detach,
indicted.
just a splash of half and half
New America.
to bring down the temperature more than anything, and just take a bit,
Now, Bragg has
waste
done
just a
something
little bit of the bite.
no DA has ever done. And the fear tonight, Tucker, as many others will now follow suit.
Yeah, no shit.
Assuming
Marshmallows
that
equals
about
stud.
It's fair play, which means it's not just a Trump
Hopefully-
problem.
hopefully my wall
Obviously,
studs
this
aren't
will be
made
a
out of
problem
marshmallow.
for a number of American politicians moving forward, including presidents. Tucker?
We're definitely in backwards world. Let's see what's
You saw
happening with Bao.
ring across the internet. So there are two things that happened last night. One, the entire country became MAGA. Okay? Even Jesse Smollett's attackers are now.
Was he?
Yo, what up there, Tim Parker?
Yeah.
Glory hole in the roof. That's my fan, man. I broke this bitch, so this
Oh,
this
Prism.
here fucking,
Yeah.
that's holding this handle together. This handle's actually broken. This shit right here. So it's being held together.
He's in the van. All right.
I did tape it in there. It's like that chips in there. Tape it for 99 cents.
I'm gonna put the book back on then.
That's how I get done that shit.
Society doesn't need this hair splitting business. For the most part, people who look white and consider themselves white are white.
Dark roast. Yeah, this is the dark roast. It's the espresso
It seems
blend.
pretty clear that a newly seceded South is far more feasible than a white nationalist America, for the simple reason that it's easier to convince a part than a whole. But that isn't an option for Trump. What he wants is a nation where the citizens are overwhelmingly white, proud of their identity and nation, and yet have diversity of political opinion. Some minorities are permitted, but they wouldn't really have much say. Such a location already exists, New Hampshire. As of 2010, the population was 92.3% non-Hispanic white, with the black population at 1.1%, precisely half that of Asians at 2.2%. The state of voters above George W. Bush and Barack Obama, and has consistently flipped from Republican to Democrat and back again in state legislative control, governorships, and the partisan makeup of the two senators. In some contexts, New Hampshireites see themselves as very unlike their neighboring Vermont. In others, they're both New Englanders. Again, identification is contextual, not universal. Regardless, I don't know any measure where New Hampshire can be considered some sort of Shangri-La. It is perfectly livable and lovely. Yet the cost to turn America into a larger New Hampshire seem exorbitant, and the benefits seem low. Let the mountain come to Muhammad, so to speak. Taylor's Japanese childhood speaks to someone groomed for decorum. His admiration for the South also invokes the demeanor of Jefferson's natural aristocrat. He very explicitly believes that his positions are rational, factual, objective, and demonstrable. Far from being prejudiced, he claims that he arrived at his views after judging all the available information for decades. I'm not in a position to say whether that makes him a good person or a bad person, or even a better or a worse person than a more banal basis. Frankly, I'm not particularly comfortable judging a heretic for his views at all. My gut reaction is to let Taylor live his life and I can live mine. Our interaction was informative and he was open and amiable. I can't entirely condemn a man who invites a stranger into his home and treats him fairly and respectfully. But I can judge whether Taylor is dangerous, and this is one place where I think progressives certainly have a point. In the same way that liberalism opens the door to progressivism, which opens the door to socialism, Taylor's gentile race realism opens the door to racism of the vulgar kind. One day, Mona Lisa is the world's greatest masterpiece. The next, she's on bookmarks and adapted on greeting cards. Leonardo da Vinci could not have imagined such a thing, but he was nevertheless the origin point. I'm certain that some of my contacts in the New Right are racists, anti-Semites, and all the rest of it. I'm certain that far more of them than I realize have such beliefs. I judge people by their actions, not their thoughts. Having heretical thoughts needn't imply poor behavior, because most.
So we got a long drive after this shopping. We got to go to the Green Springs location, and then drive all the way out to East Cleveland. So we're gonna have some nice long drives. Hopefully the turnpike doesn't drop off as bad as it has sometimes recently. But we'll see.
With these types, I don't know that I have a line to draw, and that remains my struggle. Chapter 14, Charlottesville or Bust. Being a Jew, one learns to believe in the reality of cruelty, and one learns to recognize indifference to human suffering as a fact. Andrea Dworkin. I don't remember when I first saw the poster for Charlottesville Unite the Right rally, but I do remember cringing. Under fascist-style eagles marched 4 columns of Confederate soldiers, half with Pepe heads and half with the field sky. The speakers' names I recognized were full-blown alt-right types, as in it's the Jews. But second to last on the roster was someone else I knew who wasn't anywhere close to being a full-blown white nationalist as the rest. Pax Dickinson.
Well, I actually had my benefits counselor from the VA call this morning too.
Off of Mel Gibson's notorious phone call where he wished that his lady got, quote, raped by a pack of.
And he talked me into adding something onto it. He didn't talk me into it. He basically said, "Are you sure you don't want to also claim this?" And I asked him. I said, "Would it benefit me?" He's like, "Well, I can't coach you."
Let's play a game, he wrote. DM me at journalist Twitter, and I'll tell them which method.
So I said, "Yeah, add it." He said, "Okay, you'll hear back from us." I'm not expecting anything to happen quickly, but he basically looked at my medical records from the military and was like, "You need to add this, dude."
But if someone else did, I would demand that we recognize their legit grievances.
So we'll see.
Report me for violent threats against the American.
I'm not trying to make money off of my own taxes, but
so I can ascend to Valhalla.
they want to give it away. I'm going to take it.
One by one, he took on the journalist class by name.
Things happen to me in the military that affect me still today.
Barack Obama has killed
and I'm not talking PTSD.
And President Trump should continue that policy after modifying the target selection process. After the dawning of the 1,000-year Trump life, hashtag Meet the Press will just be 60 minutes of public execution.
I'm not mostly talking
no commercial breaks. Russ Douthat of the New York Times gets an advance warning, like how Mossad warned all the Jews who worked at the World Trade Center. He asked Jessica Valenti of The Guardian, will you be upset when President Trump has you hanged and no one shouts anything complimentary about your ass? To feminist Amanda Marcotte, are you going to commit suicide when President Trump gets elected? Is there anything I can do to help? I had never even heard of the city of Charlottesville itself. Since I don't know how to drive and am a provincial New Yorker, I was perfectly happy to presume that all of Virginia is effectively close to Washington, D.C. I've been looking for an excuse to take a road
That wasn't my claim.
And another friend, Bob, had a house in Arlington where we could all stay. On Friday, August 11th...
But I did claim that that was the root of my addiction history, so...
And Simon in Checkable. The rally was set for noon the following day.
Oh, I understand.
That night,
I understand, Chopper.
that there had been an insane march. Jews will not replace us. Blood and soil. And F immigration, one people, one nation.
I mean, the VA are the ones fighting it,
We all
so...
looked at each other and had no idea what we were getting ourselves
I agree
Not in
with
the
you.
cliche sense, but in the sense of coming up with a strategy of what to do.
Yeah, the VA don't want to pay.
There was no way of knowing if it would get violent, how many would be on each side, and what to do if things escalated. I had briefly considered trying
What's
to...
scary is I got out of the military in 1995.
Right, enlist in no particular order.
If they even give me a little bit of a percentage.
And why. But this footage completely changed my...
We're talking back pay.
I had never encountered such types in person, despite being immersed in the subculture for a few years. Or rather, the ones I encountered had been one or two at a time.
Well, we never completely kick it, as you probably know if you've gone through that. But yeah, I get it.
I've never seen a bowl of white gravy before, and it moved like pus and had a similar texture.
I haven't taken an opiate as of April 15th. I'll be clean from opiates for 11 years, man.
Protesters and cops. There are only a few possible new right types to be found.
11 years.
The energy in the air was very, very intense.
Morning, unindoctrinated. We're heading to Meyer.
I don't know that I've ever felt that.
Which is, I don't know where you're from, but it's a
streets were blocked off.
Big box type, or not big box store. It's kind of like a Midwest
As we passed by a group of Antifa,
Meyer.
One pulled the cowboy hat off of Bob's head and kicked at him. He held
I don't know if they have them, where all they have them. I know they got them in Ohio and Michigan.
To watch out. It was bullying behavior.
Xanax, dude, that's not an easy one either.
I got Dickinson on the phone.
Because doctors so easily want to prescribe that shit too.
Despite organizers having
and benzos are so hard to get off of.
The authorities were using some legal loophole to cancel the event. Dickinson was looking for a safe house and told me he'd let me know where they were.
I've abused them before, but I have no reason to anymore. But I'm fine with just a
We went to a coffee shop and waited for
little smoke. That helps the MS.
Am
I getting off here? Yeah, fuck.
And that's as close to fascist as they have at the shop. I later learned that Orangina is from France, but it seemed I'd made a lot of mistakes already in what August 12th would entail. Vichy doesn't seem to resonate much with the Nazi. If anything, it would be a metaphor for, let's make the system work, conservatives, like Paul Ryan. Dickinson.
Oh no, I get it, bud.
And we drove over to the Airbnb where he
Anybody who's lost a child, man.
at the door in a shirt that read Germany. Again, towing the line.
Ain't an easy thing to deal with.
And taboo. The house had a Buddhist shrine, a symbol of
Oh yeah, I know they're in. Well, they're originated in Grand Rapids, Michigan, but and there was always one in the town, in the town right next door to the. When I grew up in, there was always one in Ypsilanti. We used to go to all the time in Canton and stuff, but. At least northern Ohio, they got a distribution center in Columbus area, so.
The cops had forced the alt-right people to fight their way through an Antifa phalanx. We wanted to get arrested.
Definitely in Ohio.
They wouldn't do it. Apparently,
yeah, that's.
Richard Spencer had gotten gassed.
You got two boys that.
No one had any interest in.
One of them kind of lives on the edge. Unfortunately, my younger one reminds me of me at his age, and it's scary as fuck.
I haven't written my speech, Dickinson confessed, but I might still record it.
All I gotta say is that he's got to learn on his own. I mean, apparently he hasn't learned from any of my mistakes.
We
So.
all kept up with what was happening literally 2 or 3 blocks away. The heat and humidity surely weren't helping to calm tempers, with two groups at least somewhat interested, and turning the cultural war into a literal one. When I'd spoken to Dickinson a few weeks prior, he had assured me that my safety would never be in question. If you get cornered by Nazis, then just do your Jared Taylor impression and they'll let you go, he promised. A bunch of us decided to go grab lunch, and we headed to the height of Charlotte's thriving foodie scene.
It's one of those metal roof buildings, so we'll see how well the signal goes in there. If it ends, I'll restart it as soon as I come out. Oh yeah, it's raining hard. It's raining real hard here. So I'm gonna stuff you guys in the pouch of my hoodie well when I run in. And we'll see what we can find.
That involved blood drinking. He sat down across from me and seemed to be a bit on edge, and not, I assume, due to the fact that I'm circumcised.
66, huh? Old man.
I
thought I was the old man in here. I usually am in most of the company I'm in.
I went to a bar, and they told me the kitchen.
There's a Walmart right here too, but fuck Walmart.
Now you know what it's like living under Jim Crow, I told him. He laughed, but I wasn't really kidding. I had a Caribbean-American friend who was a waitress, and her father was a veteran. Every time she went to a restaurant, every single time...
I'm going to grab some more juice, too, for my vape.
...to get good service or be seated in the back and ignored. I know black people don't tip, and that's why it happens, she had told me. But I just wanted to take my dad out, and instead it was, here we go again. It was her combination of frustration and powerlessness that got to me.
I gotta find a cheaper gas station too, man. Gas is like, well, it's $3.49 here.
She was asking for her dad to be respected at a restaurant.
Cause I gotta go all the way to East Cleveland after we stop up at the center here in Green Springs.
Whenever she walked into an establishment.
But we're gonna go every time it disconnects. I'm gonna find a good signal and restart it today. I'm just gonna keep doing it.
Across his left forearm was a huge tattoo. People think I'm secretly...
So after a couple, of course, the notification's going to be gone, but...
On the lighter side, Dickinson ordered the blooming onion, the worst possible thing one can order at a restaurant, due to the astronomical calorie, carb, and fat content. I probably
so good, though. Blooming onions. Ooh.
Someone online called me Pax Dickinson. We all kept up with the news in real time. We heard about the car driving into a crowd and killing someone. The men began a quiet discussion about whether it would be better for both the driver and the victim to be alt-right or a leftist. On the one hand, you don't want to see one of your own killed. On the other hand, an Antifa victim would give the press the pretext to fairly label...
I give respect to my elders, whether they deserve it or not. I mean, I'll be blunt with them too, but I'll show them the respect that they deserve.
Look, every out-of-the-mainstream radical group has its bozos, people who are contrarian or just drawn to...
It's raining pretty good.
The rightist ones are highlighted by the media, while the leftist ones are ignored by the media. I mean, I've been accused by some people...
Yeah, they're pretty busy.
Because my eyes are too close together.
Well, they're a grocery store too, kind of like a big Walmart.
Neither have I. There's an idea called Horseshoe Theory, which posits that far left and far right are effectively identical.
Fucker got that spot.
I am not partial to the concept, as it reeks of people being equally dismissive without really understanding what they are dismissing. Life under Hitler and under Stalin would not be even close to identical for me.
No, that's a quick pickup spot.
Real substantive differences between the two.
Those are still okay. Here we go. We got a decent spot here.
Completely ignores. Not to mention the utter glibness in hand-waving away the choice between such unmitigated evil as if someone was picking between Coke and Pepsi. But this
so I don't know their policy here as far as recording.
Who is a racist?
Most places aren't cool with it, but
actual racists,
we'll see.
Right,
I'll definitely put the camera on anybody who objects. But when I turn this off and I run in, I'm going to put you guys in my pocket.
Actual people of Jewish descent, and then people who neo-Nazis disapprove of. This was the explicit strategy advocated by Daily Stormer writer Andrew Anglin. Always blame the Jews for everything. As Hitler said,
was that when I was in Indiana?
Confused and disheartened if they feel there are multiple enemies. As such, all enemies should be combined into one enemy, which is the Jews. He goes on to say that even when criticizing women, they should be attacked.
Got the haircut yesterday.
Always be mentioned that if it wasn't for the Jews, they would be
definitely high and tight.
Dickinson received an explicit message regarding the after party. Do not bring the Jew.
This ought to be fun.
I was reminded of the words of Harlem Red.
So like I said, I'm going to take you guys in with me, and then hopefully the signal will, if not disconnect, I'll get it to reconnect. You're probably going to see some circles is what I'm saying. So, but I'll try and bring it back. If it disconnects completely and I can't bring it back, I will reconnect it once I get back out to the car and show you guys what I got. All right? So let's go. Unplug you from the car. Jump out. Got the wallet. All right. Oh, wow. The ring let up a little bit. Sweet. All right. This is Home Goods on this side, so we're going to go over here. It's probably closer to where we need to be. Yeah. Whew. It's wet. I got it. All right. There we go. Oh, got the Easter stuff out and baskets for the kids. All right. Looks like we got shoes this way. Excuse me. Knock on wood, the signal's pretty decent in here. All right. We got rain boots for sure. Oop. Yeah. All right. And we got rubber boots there. These are women's shoes. Where's the work boots? These are all tinnies. Is he steel toe? Nope. Skechers. High Sierra. Lugs. Are these steel toe? Here we go. DeWalt. 140 pair for those. Whew. We get 2 pair for those. There you go. Lugs Roamers, $59.99. Those aren't even steel toe. Let's check the other side. We may have to go to Walmart. Oh, here we go. Trade zone. Here we go. Hi, Humble Crumble. Welcome. We are looking for... Wow, missing a lot of the chat. Welcome, Humble. All right, wow. These aren't... There might be a reason why she goes to Walmart, but... Wow. These almost look like desert boots. Desert cam boots, I know what those feel like. Tactical Sport. They're probably not in steel toe. Nope, they're not. Man, do they have Brahmas here? Cat. Those are 100. They're steel toe though. Soft toe. Man, these ain't fucking. Steel toe Skechers. Where are them at? These? These are 110 a piece. They're nice though. Check the shitter. Man, that'll get you taken down quicker than anything if you take a live stream into a bathroom. Even an empty one. Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna. Yeah, we're gonna go to. We're gonna have to go to Walmart, because the cheapest ones I can find here are some nice Hey Dudes. I wear Hey Dudes. They're cool. They're comfy. How much are those? Yeah, it's looking like it's gonna have to be Walmart. The Brahmas. Wait, clearance. Here we go. Falls Creek. They don't have steel toe though. They look nice though. Here we go. Steel toe Skechers, $42. Clearance. Size 12. Steel toe. We at least get, if this is the only one in clearance, so we'll at least get these, and then we'll go run over to Walmart. $42, you can't pass that up. Steel toe Skechers. Put that in the basket. All right. We got one pair down. Let's see if we can continue doing some good shopping like that. These are Skechers outdoors, but they're not steel toe. Yeah, it looks like we just got lucky with that one pair. I wonder why. Oh wait, are these discounted too? Oh, they are. Hang on, look at this. Skechers steel toe, $42. This size 6. Holy shit, we got it. We're gonna have some nice ass Skechers here. So that was a 12. Let's get a pair of 9s. And some big feet down there. Oh, there's some 9.5s and 10s. Bam! Look at that. Oh fuck! All right. Let me bring the basket over here. We'll keep walking them over to the basket. For your birthday? No. We're shopping for, with Dirty Dog's contribution. I just found some steel toe Skechers on clearance for $42 a piece. Where did I put them? Where'd they go? I almost bailed and went over to Walmart. Look. Well, I might get a pair for myself. Yeah, we done shopping for your birthday, dear. You know that. All the wides. Wide 14 or 66, but we don't need. Well, here's some 9 wide fit. So we've got some 12s. All right, let them know I sent you over there. Yeah, I hate Walmart. I hate Walmart. So 9s, 12s. What else did I have? Some 10s. So 12, 9. Okay, so 9, 10, 12. 13. I mean, actually look inside these, make sure they're what they're supposed to be. Oh, yeah. So the 10s, 12. No 11s. That's probably one of the more common. April 4th, Tuesday. Yeah, that's when your birthday is. When's her birthday? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Next Tuesday. 4/4. I won't say the year, because I'm a gentleman. But I ain't a gentleman. These are 8.5s. There's no box for them, though. The display's 8.5s. 2. 42. Here's the 7th. No kidding. She's a bit younger than you, though, homie. I robbed a cradle. Yeah, you definitely fiery. All right, 42 times. So that's, I can get 5 pairs. Let me get one more pair. With taxes. Yeah, for sure. Happy birthday, Joe. I'm just trying to figure out which other size you need. Okay, so I have 9, 12, 13, and 10. And I have to choose. You don't ask a woman how old they're going to be, man. But she'll tell you. She don't give a fuck. I ain't going to say. She's younger than me. Almost 11 years younger than me. I'll say that. If you guys remember how old I am. Maybe 13s? Oh, I have 13. 9.5. And that's 9.5 small. Wait, these 14s, look at this shit. Yeah, she will be. Look at this, size 14, 65. Size 14, 42. So, we'll get those. All right, that's what we got, guys. 42 times 5 is just over 200, right? We good? Let's tax. We good. Let's go ring them up. In the laundry station. You ain't getting old, just you're getting better, dear. All right, I'm gonna have to go through an actual checkout. This is gonna be so I don't have to put down. Okay, well, I have a tripod, and they're gonna come looking at me anyway if I ring all this up. Okay, can I just stack them over there as I ring them up? Thank you. Perks. I'll just do the self-checkout. Oh, pin.
Welcome. Please scan your first item. If you have check refunds, Coinstar, coupons, or model slips, please scan them at the...
So with tax, they're $45 a piece.
No, I'm just looking at the gum. Sorry.
Okay, it's okay. All right, 225, 23. So with Brandon and everybody's donation, here we go. I'll set you guys down for a second so I can pay. You know, I didn't even look. Let me ring it up and then we can look at it. Or you can look at them. They were all clearance. So.
Insert cash or select
Yeah, that don't mean they don't forget to take the tags
Right,
off of them,
right.
though.
You know what's funny is the size 14s, they're discounted down, the pair that I have are discounted down to 42. There's a pair right next to them that say 66. I know. I was just like, oh, well, I'll take the 42 ones.
There's one.
Oh, thank you. Yep. I'm glad you checked.
Use pin pad to complete transaction.
Okay. That makes time so we can get out of here. Oh, I said.
Use pin pad to complete transaction. Please take your receipt. Thank you for shopping at Meijer.
I had somebody donate for these, so I'm just showing them the shopping spree here. You already checked these other ones? Oh, okay. Here, I'm gonna leave them over here then until you're done.
There are two others that don't have them on there. So, that one is good. This one's probably big too.
Thank you.
That one needs to be taken off.
Okay.
And that one. I'll take these over. Take them off.
Okay. Sorry. Three cameras above? Yeah. There's one above each register. There's a big one over there. Another big one. Yeah, there's there's like 20 cameras above us here. I guess they have people stealing stuff all the time. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. There, literally. And then above here, above each register, there's two big ones there. Yeah. She's removing the security devices. I'm glad she checked. Thank you.
You're very welcome. You have a good day.
You too. Oh. You too. Look at that. Unlike Walmart, I don't have to show shit. Oh, he stood there and watched me ring him up, though. All right. Where the fuck did we park? Cool. Stream actually went pretty well inside there. All right, raining. Gonna smell like weed again. Fuck. Oh, this air freshener keeps ending up over here. It's going to be a quick stop in Green Springs. It's just some minor Office 365 issue. Here, show you guys. Bam. 5 pair Skechers steel toes. The gods are with us. We didn't have to go to Walmart. All right. Whew. Sweet. One stop. All right. Gonna wipe the screen off here. Hopefully it doesn't disconnect anything. All right. All right. Whew. All right. Quick stop for some juice. Wifey, you still in here? Sweet. Yeah, I haven't been able to keep with working and streaming on my own. I haven't been able to keep up with many of freaking streams. Yeah, he's been having premiere after premiere. I like how he breaks them down into short stretches. Did we have something scheduled today? Well, the reason I asked if you were there is, do we need? Well, I used the last of the vape juice, so I assume yes, we need vape juice. It's Friday. Friday. All right, I'm gonna fire it up to see if this does anything. Other than yell at me for not having my seatbelt on. There's a Meyer worker parked right up front. Look at this. They're allowed to do that? Well, she's an old lady. It's okay.
I told you when I was live out in front of the court that Joe Salvaggio testified years ago.
The hell?
That the only thing these guys do that's effective is that they get all their viewers to call us.
What the fuck? I don't even have YouTube open. Why am I hearing fucking Freeman? Is Freeman in the car?
It's the only thing they ever do that's even effective. So, thank you. Thank you.
Perch and fries. Ooh. That sounds fucking delicious. Dude, I don't have YouTube open at all.
You are making the change.
Oh wait, Clash with Bow is there.
Spike Cohen, his little catchphrase that he uses all the time. You are the power. If the people, if individuals.
Yeah, Perch sounds really good.
And understood how much
I spent too much money on a chunk of walleye on my son's birthday, and it's garbage now. But
things done. Guys, thank you.
yeah, I mean, I have nothing but my camera app is open.
I was recently talking to some of the guys out
I can't be playing it on here. I'm using YouTube app on this phone.
You know, we've been trying to get some of the
fuck?
in Torrance County cleaned
It's so
up
fucking weird.
forever. And nothing ever works for us. Nothing until you
All right,
come around.
Wifey, did you answer the question? Sorry.
I get things done. And I told them the truth. I said, look, I
Wow.
really appreciate, you know, the ego boost.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. But
Do we need juice?
God, truth is,
I mean, I'm right across the street from.
stuff done either. In my local area.
Ooh, pulled pork sounds good too.
Until I started doing this stuff on YouTube,
We went to a good place for barbecue last week. The only thing is, it's a horrible place to be able to stream from because you can't even get regular phone signal inside there. It's literally got a metal roof. Like a barn with a metal roof.
done as well. But when we all work together, yeah, we can get a lot of stuff done. No election changed this nasty.
You talking pickles? The wife is interested. Not as much as she used to, but she's interested. All right, let's get some juice and then head to Green Springs. I mean, do you want to come out with me?
Tina Estrada and Nathan Gentile. Tina Estrada did not walk into that court that day with the.
I mean, you don't have to drive out there behind me. You can ride with me.
That's her story.
And then, you know, we could just leave your car there and pick it up tomorrow coming back from Pittsburgh or something.
You know, it just seems
you can't.
While she was sitting there, it just crossed her mind and she said, screw this. Why am I going to do this? Why am I going to obey this stupid arbitrary?
I don't know why the fuck. Maybe if I play Audible, it won't play that over it. Okay, I did stop the other one.
Sometimes I feel discriminated against, but it does not make me angry. It merely astonishes me. How can any deny themselves the pleasure of my company? A pithy quote, but one that didn't reflect how I felt.
So that was exciting.
North Korea is the most homogenous and
shopping done.
I had seen enough
Clip
of
it.
that world to find it less.
Because this is gonna be a long stream if it doesn't end.
In the aftermath of Charlottesville, one name took prominence.
We'll do a video from it.
Like myself, Christopher Cantwell.
But if this is gonna be a super long video, it's gonna be hard to cut that part out.
Vernacular one prefers, while letting the rest of us all know that in a few years he would be too famous as a stand-up comedian to bother with the likes of us. That's not how it worked out. He did, however, end up as a punchline, being relentlessly mocked online as the notorious crime Nazi who posted a distraught video after learning that there was a warrant for his arrest after the events of Charlottesville. Hierarchy is inevitable, and any scene will have a number of prominent personalities attracting a disproportionate amount of attention, regardless of the size of the scene itself.
Ooh, Bria burritos.
As such, Cantwell's journey was
What's
something anarchists were all aware of, if only due to the.
Sorry for my ignorance. What makes a burrito burrito?
How do we affect liberty and anarchy in our lifetime? Radical philosophies require radical plans to implement them, and one of the proposed solutions was the Free State Project. The idea was
they couldn't wait for me?
enough liberty absolutists moved to a small
I could have taken someone to Maple Heights.
active, they would theoretically be able to make it an enclave of
And I got my inside camera and everything.
It's fun to bring up
I wouldn't have streamed it, but
State Project to open borders types. Can a small population drastically
it seems kind of a waste since I'm going out there anyway.
Many hand-wringing discussions about the ethics of anarchists running for local office were had on Facebook and in person. The ultimate, oft unspoken hope.
Yeah, I'm going to housing. I mean,
is that the state, they chose New Hampshire, be allowed to secede as a micronation of liberty.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
If the thinking was that having anarchist neighbors would make people more amenable
to
anarchism, the reality was
I gets it.
that said anarchist neighbors
Let's get some juice, vape juice.
as hell and turn people
okay.
into ideology on a visceral level.
Is it? So is it pork? Is it beef?
Population 23,000.
Or does it not matter? It's just the way.
As the Keeniacs.
Chicken.
A prime example of this was the film Derek J's Victimless Crime Spree.
Did they get me anything to eat? They got lunch, right?
Sweet and principled.
Or do I got to find myself something today? I'm already billing them heavily for this trip, so.
Activities like buy narcotics and
oh my gosh.
Instead, it featured such things as
back into the spot. You guys can watch me go in there.
And pontificating in court. The lowest point featured Freeman berating.
Credit card was no bueno today.
For basically doing her job.
Oh.
This agent of the state was a
you need lunch?
from the Gestapo, to say the least.
Man, I just passed Jersey Mike's. That looks so good. They had Giving Day yesterday for the open door at the one on Secor. Where all their profits were going to the open door. I wish I'd have remembered that. I felt bad after I read it later on.
Cantwell and two others followed meter maids around and quickly fed the meter in order to make sure the car owners wouldn't have to pay a ticket.
Yeah, chorizo is awesome. I make a Mexican breakfast pizza with chorizo, man. Ooh, so good.
What was worse, being in Iran and Iraq, or being a meter maid in Keene? Boy, that's a really tough question. As part of the Free State Project,
thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I'm gonna run in and grab some juice. I'll be right back.
After the project's porcupine mustache. It was the German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer who posited the porcupine dilemma. whereby a group of prickly animals both want to huddle together for warmth, yet are still unable to refrain from hurting each other with their quills. A perfect metaphor for the anarchist's need for absolute self-ownership, alongside his acknowledgement of needing to work with others to acquire goods, services, and many values. Inaccurately described as the libertarian Burning Man, PorcFest, when I spoke at it in 2013, basically consisted of 3 tents for activities such as speakers, workshops, and Buzz's big gay dance party at one end of the campground. The campground itself was filled with tents populated by visitors from far and wide, and yes, of course, there was a sex dome. Drugs, guns, and autism were in strong supply, and the many vendors were proud to declare their preference for Bitcoin or silver over FRN, Federal Reserve Notes, meaning U.S. currency. The discussion about anarchism and using force against agents of the state has a long, touchy history. President McKinley was killed by deranged anarchist Leon Czolgosz in 1901, ushering the far more statist Theodore Roosevelt into the White House. In 1914, communist anarchist Emma Goldman's journal Mother Earth published an article titled Dynamite, whose contents the reader can easily deduce. Having been on a lecture tour as the issue was being prepared, Goldman later wrote, "I had tried always to keep our magazine free from such language, and now the whole number..."
All right.
I was so furious.
Mission accomplished. We're checking things off the list.
The magazine had gone out to subscribe.
Ice. Yes, we got
Was arguing for
banana ice.
propaganda of the deed the wrong position, or was it simply
Here you go. Fucking glare on this box. Yeah, it's banana ice.
He finally crossed the line in his
55 milligram.
As the letter from the Free State Project board read,
All right.
whereas Chris Cantwell has made the following
To Green Springs we go. Now, remember when we get off the freeway, it disconnects sometimes, but I'm going to try and keep it on because
quote, "It's a terribly unpopular thing to say, but the answer at some point..."
I'm hoping it's going to be a quick mission there. But if we did, once again, if we disconnect, I'll complete what I'm doing and then reconnect once we get going again because we still got a couple-hour drive after we leave there.
Tax collection in the context of funding the salaries of all government employees is morally justified.
And we are going to have to get gas, too.
The FSP
Just over a quarter of a tank, but
Chris Cantwell as a participant
we're going to do a couple 100 miles today, so.
to attend FSP organized events.
Woo!
In other words, he was expelled from the Free State
Sheesh.
Project, including being banned from PorcFest. It must be pointed out that this was not simply a
Yeah, I got to go to, look at this.
were hardly new in anarchist circles.
I already had it right.
As someone
Look at this
whose
fucking
website at the time identified
vicious animal here.
atheist, anarchist,
This is his parking lot.
Cantwell did revel in being abrasive and antagonistic, even by porcupine standards.
Fucking geese are fucking terrorists,
I
dude.
personally crossed paths with Cantwell several times.
Yeah, Dollar Tree, that's the wife's store, man. Barely a weekend go by and she don't hit that.
Brings themselves a present
Which I don't mind. Hell.
in front of everyone else. This is not to be confused with Rand's Keeping, an imaginary joke holiday named after Ein, where one is supposed to bake a turkey, take it from the oven, and announce, "I..."
Yeah, I got to drive all the way from the Toledo area to East Cleveland and then back. So a couple hours of driving for sure.
My friend's dimwit girlfriend glitter bombed my apartment at the stroke of midnight.
Oh my goodness.
Cantwell also got to see my
Canadian geese, yeah.
at the side of my kitchen, completely covered in glitter.
They're fucking flying rats is what they are, man.
Even if this book is being listened to by aliens and the sun has long grown cold, I am still finding glitter. In a sense, it
Definitely.
can be regarded as validation.
My grandpa used to hate him getting on his dock at the lake, man. They'd shit all over the place.
Slippery slope made flesh. He went from making provocative jokes to freely using racial slurs in a humorous context to becoming a full-fledged alt-right white nationalist, heavy on the anti-Semitism. As I watched this
Heavy on the
transformation, my strongest
anti-Semitism,
reaction was
what's
one
this?
of confusion. Cantwell's strongest philosophical Rothbard and Rand, Jews one and all. After Charlottesville, Cantwell was banned from several platforms, including Twitter, Facebook, and dating site OkCupid. In response, he told USA Today.
Oh yeah, I'm down for poker tonight.
Cupid shut me down. These kikes will stop at nothing.
Maybe we can talk the wife into at least starting an account.
He wrote a post titled "No
It ain't even real money, dear.
And declared this will be the worst thing that ever happened to Jews. Even discounting the Holocaust, pogroms, and Debbie Wasserman Schultz, this claim simply left me even more confused than offended. I quite literally did not understand his perspective any longer. It's easy for me to disregard those who preemptively dismiss me because I'm Jewish. But I knew Cantwell was quite bright, and I couldn't imagine that he thought of me as some sort of covert Zionist agent. Yet his words seemed to imply otherwise. I reached out to him in the hopes of an interview. Care to give me an idea of what I'm getting myself into, he replied, quite understandably. I didn't know you were Jewish.
Chop is hilarious.
My opinion hasn't changed much now that I know, and I always enjoyed our interactions.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Racism is heuristics. If an ethno-state became an achievable political goal, and a condition of my entry was to not bring you with
Of course, Bao don't understand it. He's like, you guys aren't playing for real money?
Nor see any particular need to alter the immigration policy. This was quite
I'm sure we could get people together and do that, but
I got on Skype with him the next day. He was stuck in his home.
It's a nice little community.
His demeanor was open, friendly, and even
Nice
lighthearted.
Tesla. I
He
like the
informed
black,
me that he was
the black
recorded,
Tesla.
and I, of course, understood why. I was reminded of John McCain's appearance on The View.
Ooh, damn, the roof on that
his
barn caved
2008
in.
presidential campaign. I think my life would be better if I didn't have to share a system of government with Jews. I'm not either of these things. I'm a white nationalist. Any desire to see any harm come to you? People that I've known over the course of my life.
Not for sale too much.
To discriminate along ethnic and racial lines in order to achieve outcomes. Though it might sound sarcastic.
Yeah, no, Anna's the only female cleaning up house there.
I would have been able to have any sort of informative conversation.
She does like to watch, though.
The
missus likes to watch it.
Wish me harm or even death. I'm very concerned about communism, he told me. My observations, reluctant as I've been to make them, is that Jews are overrepresented in leftist intellectual circles to the point where if you even try to make an effective critique of communism, Republicans will call you an anti-Semite just because you're criticizing Jews so frequently. It's not that there's no good Jews or every Jew should be exterminated down to their last drop of blood. It's simply that as a demographic, they pose a political problem in a democratic government.
This chapter is hilarious.
I couldn't help but notice that he said they instead of you. The frequent argument among anti-Semitic white nationalists is that as Jewish influence increased, the country moved further and further to the left. But this perspective doesn't match the data. In 1952, the United Steelworkers of America announced their intention to go on strike. Before the strike even began, President Truman moved to have the federal government seize control of the industry. Under FDR, the federal income tax had a top marginal rate of 79%, well before World War II. The assaults on the press and free speech under Wilson were wide and pervasive. It is impossible to imagine even Bernie Sanders, so far left he's not even a Democrat, advocating for any of the preceding policies in this day and age. And yes, he's Jewish. North Korean dictatorship, a regime Cantwell also regards as evil. I've been accused online of being a neocon or only being against them because they're anti-Israel. Obviously my life isn't your responsibility, I said. But what advice would you give me to navigate?
I actually think I consume more nicotine now that I quit smoking. But I feel a whole lot better.
Suspicion is fine, depending on the context. I don't think it's right to
I still smoke flour, but
to contact with immediately. Not that
you gotta hope there's no pesticides and shit like that in there. You gotta slow
down. If you look at race and IQ, Jews on average have higher IQs than do whites. I think it's a healthy instinct.
Yeah, they both played. Nikki, our Tiff only played the one time, but Nikki played a few times. I sponsored her a couple times.
I'm a lot more comfortable talking to Jewish people because I'm smarter than the average Jew. You said that you were trying to sound so much crazier, or whatever term you want to use. So by comparison,
she sponsored me once too.
Richard Spencer seems reasonable. Is that your approach? To an extent, he said.
Not Bow's Nikki, but the other Nikki.
Is one that I would have a hard time drawing, frankly.
Nikki Lee.
This is why I have a disclaimer on my show. Think of a guy like Mike Cernovich. There are people who are trying to say that Mike Cernovich is some fascist Imagine if there wasn't a bunch of people like me way to the right of Mike Cernovich. What would be coming down on him? That's why I get especially pissed when that cocksucker has the nerve to go out and say I'm some sort of federal plant when I'm giving him license to do all the bullshit that he does. What I do gives people like Donald Trump or Mike Cernovich or Gavin McInnes the ability to point rightward and say, those guys are the real racists. Not for us doing that. They would be the extremists, and it would be Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell who were being called fascist. So it is about positioning to some extent. But if I did something like that, it would be me being a conniving Jew. Well, yeah, this is group evolutionary strategy. We are, in a sense, conspiring to
trying to catch last responder. Every time I saw the last responder was live yesterday, I literally brought it up, and it was the stream had already ended. And I gave him a like, but I was like, dude, it was up and down, up and down. I hate days like that.
That's when you start getting kicked out of the financial system. You can talk about black.
Yeah, check back in later, man. We'll definitely get its tables together tonight.
Get invited to some parties because of that.
I'm sure Friends in Code is down.
Junkie lunatic that I am. This is how I define myself.
He's been trying to help Bao with his TTS issues. Later, Joe. I appreciate you coming and hanging out, bud.
I wonder what Campbell thought of this conspiracy theory. I don't doubt Richard Spencer would talk to the FBI if there was a criminal conspiracy that he discovered. Campbell told
It's
me.
54 degrees today.
As a matter of fact, I would. I talk to the FBI after Charlottesville, and I do it in the future. People in my podcast that
Seat heater was on and everything.
Go ahead and think of me as one, because if you're doing something illegal, I don't want to be involved. How do you reconcile the differences between North and South Korea if they are genetically identical? For those who insist that demographics is destiny, this seemed like the most obvious counterexample on Earth, literally so. I'm not an expert on North Korea, but from what I know,
If could one of you do me a favor? Since you're all mods, I think you should be able to do it. Go back to when we were shopping and just click highlight. And just click highlight stream. I think you're able to do that as mods. Well, the wife can, because she's there's two types of mods now. I don't. Somebody can. I guess I could have my other phone. But I got my.
Economic systems don't matter. I think those people are crazy, and I argue with them all the time.
Oh shit! My Android Auto playing on that.
Not genetically distinct now, they will be, because the economic incentives
Lost a
impact
few
the breeding
people.
practices. There are people in these movements who disagree with me, but I think I'm smarter than them. Economic and political systems dramatically impact the society, and if you think you can boil that down to mere genetics, then you're a fool. A lot of things matter aside from race, but I do think that race is literally the most salient detail in any political discussion. Do you think it is possible to be a good in whatever sense
Limelight?
anti-Semite and not be a Holocaust denier? Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I just so it'll be easier to find.
I'm skeptical.
If not, I'll just later on edit in the description a timestamp or something. Because I want to cut that part of it out for one of the other channels that we run. How was that?
Yeah, if you starve a whole bunch of people, that's not the best thing that ever happened. And part of what they say is maybe
Reid Dog sending messages. Oh, he did it. Thank you. Oh, you clipped it. That's good. That's good.
Things make sense to me, but I read my Kampf. Hitler thought all
Thanks, Dirty.
for all the problems in this society, so
Where it's at. Thank you, sir.
Even the New York Times doubted the Holocaust at the time. It's a common refrain in the scene.
I'm like, you better not send them over me.
Mass murders of population were common throughout human history. Obviously, the technology in the past was not as effective as the industrialized genocide of the Nazis used, but the amount of murder as a percentage.
Yeah, I want to do a special little video with just that part of it in it.
There are even references to this kind of thinking in the Bible.
We'll put it in the, because I actually have a channel for
Joshua subdued the whole region, including the hill country, the Negev,
for the work.
western foothills, and the mountain
For work.
slopes, together with all the
I've got my own tech channel and stuff too. But speaking of that, that's the channel. Ooh, I think I lose my strike today. My last strike expires today. So we got that. Selling piggies? I got one piggy. I'm good with that. I got number 15. Yeah, okay. I know the computer EMS one is in my link tree. Shit. Alright, we're back. Yeah, that stupid football game, which I didn't even show. Oh, you want Yuki? Yeah, it's first run, number 15. I used to co-parent it, now it's just mine. I use some of my sliver winnings from poker to buy out the other Nikki. Sheila Nikki. The one that changes her name to Chili, all this other stuff. She isn't in there that much anymore. Co-parent, yeah. Yeah, we bought it from Horseshoe Monroe, I think. And they split it from winnings. Witchy Bitchy. I don't think that's the same Nikki, no. Witchy Bitchy Nikki is food. What do you want? Between here and there. I'll stop. I haven't even, I'm just approaching Woodville now. So I can hit Fremont, I can hit, Woodville. All I got is McDonald's. I'm not really down. We got our Shamrock Shakes at one time, but I can't think of anything else in Woodville I really want. Plus it'll be cold by the time we get there. From even like a restaurant, I'll pick it up on the way. Slow down. Oh, it's down to 334 here in Woodville. Literally anything, well, I appreciate that. Shit. Why the fuck is the school speed limit being enforced right now when they're in school? This is so stupid. It's a fucking speed trap is what it is.
White nationalist is the most appropriate term.
Soup sandwich?
Highly inaccurate to say I'm a Nazi sympathizer at this point. I'm still foundationally a free markets guy. I'll convert to Islam before I call myself a socialist, and not because I'm anxious to pray 5 times a day. Chapter 15. The road ahead. Every normal man.
Oh, you get to eat today, though. That's right. I saw I took the trash out. I saw that you had your finished strong
So what does this all mean? Are these people a threat?
box yesterday.
Let me first address this from
Yeah, she's been on a cleansing, so it's
when people ask what the law would look like if it were
a reset. It's called, I think. It's like it resets your gut and stuff like that, probiotics and stuff like that. She's been doing it since Monday.
The point is that if it had been,
Proud of her.
it would be impossible to imagine what the free alternative would look like. We see this in sci-fi.
Well, I'm eating burgers and I need to do it too. I'm thinking about doing an intermittent fast.
Lizard people have scales everywhere.
I'm getting to my limit again as far as heavy as I've ever been.
Government at its basest and least
My immediate getting clean heavy.
It is a sum total of literally millions of attorneys.
I do too. I hope she feels better.
Judges and politicians making marginal changes over decades.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just exit near Fremont and I'll just look around. We'll find something. You know what? The soup actually sounds good.
In this sense, any political prediction I might make is almost certainly doomed to failure.
They got a Panera?
Oh, shit. Virtually no one
Get you some breads.
About where we're going as a country in the future, or even what's happening at the moment.
Yeah.
There are, however, some broad
Passing the speed trap.
can be projected with some degree of certainty.
Name of this restaurant is actually Speed Trap because this is a speed trap right here.
The erosion of trust in the cathedral and its respective elements.
I missed some shit.
The days of America huddled around the radio and listening to FDR's fireside chats with nigh universal consensus.
Yeah, so she wants to eat good tonight, but
in part, this is a function.
We're gonna eat good tomorrow, that's for sure.
And
We're gonna go to that
quickly sets
Baker
the
Square or something there in Pittsburgh.
In the last 30 years, there have been only two
School
presidents
lunch.
to achieve broad national agreement. The first President Bush regarding Gulf War, and George W. Bush after 9/11.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
The first was defeated for re-election. The second dropped to the lowest approval rating ever recorded by Gallup since Truman, even below Nixon's during the Watergate scandal. Similarly, we will no longer ever have an America that sits down together to watch one of the three network anchors.
Yeah, it is.
For leftists, invoking Fox News is enough to get them to dismiss
That's literally
as it is for right-wingers and CNN.
what we used to give when I worked in the emergency room, opiate addicts.
Are publicly held accountable by their respective
And pregnant women take it a lot too when they get constipated.
7 days a week. Even if corrections levied at any one of these were false, the impression left over time would be that the source being critiqued is disreputable. After all, there's a constant stream of criticism directed toward them. Trust once lost.
Push those rocks right out your ass.
One lie is equivalent to one truth. A friend who says 19 true things for every lie would be regarded as untrustworthy, despite being honest 95% of the time. The claim that we are more divided as a country than ever is demented in light of things like the Civil War. But we aren't exactly united either, and the tools that do work to unite us are, for perhaps the first time,
Poker Stars. Are you on a mobile device? If it's a mobile device, it's Poker Stars Lite, Lite.
For those who are opposed to this idea,
If you're on a computer, it's just go to pokerstars.com and start an account.
something to worry about indeed. Both
Hey, no mercy.
Democrats seem to want
We did our little shopping. We got 5 pairs of boots for like $220.
letting the other leave. Until quite recently, the concept of secession was intertwined with slavery.
Kindle, yeah. Poker Stars Lite. I don't.
Current secessionist movements in
What?
California
I don't even know if you can do it on that. That's Amazon, right?
to destigmatize such thinking.
It might have it. I don't know.
Necessary prelude to actually letting two entirely different ideologies go the wrong way. This is the broader point. The Trump phenomenon specifically has a different meaning. In my view, the salient thing about the Trump presidency.
I downloaded a couple good Audible books too. Yeah, Poker Stars Lite, Lite is the best version for Android and for iPhone.
It is frankly shocking to see how comfortable Trump has made religious people with his vulgar New York vernacular, down to the 4-letter words that they themselves would never say. Nixon grumbled in private that the press was the enemy, and he was mocked for literally decades for attacking them in his 1962 press conference. Now, when Trump routinely describes the press as the enemy of the American people, he has a great deal of support among the population and, as importantly,
334 for gas there too.
Indeed, the self-righteous indignation at being
Wonder how much it is on the turnpike.
absurd when spouted by journalists.
Usually you're a captured audience, so it's not usually that cheap, but sometimes it's actually cheaper. So we'll check the prices online when we get to the shop there. I'm gonna go right to the wife's office.
Of creating a large divide between the
We'll see.
and the masses. Minor misstatements of fact and exaggerating one's past accomplishments in the resume are things that most people can relate to and forgive. To claim that one's helicopter was forced down by a grenade, as Brian Williams did, is such an egregious lie that it is hard to empathize with on a simple level. The average person can't imagine a situation where they would make such a bold claim in private, let alone on national television. Matt Lauer's years of sexual abuse and assault are too salacious to get into here. But in his case and Williams, a culture that would produce and sanction such behavior is quite simply an alien one to most Americans.
Cooked beets and butter.
There is a growing understanding that the university system of bygone days is not what it used to be.
I think somebody asked me if there was a food that I didn't like.
Someone's child goes off to college as a bright
I was trying to, or I hated.
literally unrecognizable to the person they were before.
I don't hate beets,
College is
but
a time for transformation and discovering oneself.
definitely on the
But far too often, this self that one discovers
that end of the spectrum.
happens to be exactly identical in essence to every other
Wife loves
member of the
beets.
evangelical left. This guarantees
Little
that
Shirley Reid.
families will become strangers staring at each other at the holiday dinner table, quite literally unable to understand one another's point of view. Social media.
One of the first years we got together, I bought her a giant jar of pickled beets.
As the increasingly shrill
And I think they're still in the fridge or they've been thrown away.
One doesn't need to be educated.
Not because she doesn't like them, but because it's a pain in the ass to open the jar.
Even animals know what shouting and baring one's teeth mean. The left is unintentionally furthering this attack of the universities with the frequent complaint about how expensive it is to get higher education. The recognition that a college education is often a terrible investment will, in my view, likely become more and more common. In the past, pretty much the only business a young
we got the big Costco jar of them.
Now it is quite easy and becoming easier every day for any.
I love pickled eggs.
To open their own online store.
Those are good. Pickled garlic cloves. Well, just about anything pickled.
Tutorials and the tools to make this happen. In the same way that media fragmentation is so irreversible that it is impossible to even
This guy's hitting his brakes, so.
Political fragmentation
Another speed trap area here where it dips down.
Previous decades saw Coke and Pepsi.
We're coasting.
Varieties. For comedians, this came to be a source of absurdist humor. What's next? Caffeine-free Diet Cherry Coke Zero, am I right? In their own vapid way, what such types were recognizing was the increased fine-tuning.
Cooked rutabaga tastes like violence. I disagree. Cooked rutabaga, man, that's the one of the main ingredients in pasties. We had some of that for Christmas. We had a Viking Christmas dinner or Yule dinner.
Orange juice is sold with pulp.
It's like potato, man.
As Tony Soprano famously preferred, some pulp. Past events in Europe have in many ways presaged American.
Kind of like a mixture between a turnip and a potato.
Was a repudiation of the entire elite class in the UK and in Europe, and it was followed a few months later by the Trump election. Margaret Thatcher's elevation to the prime ministership.
Any of you guys ever had a Cornish pasty?
Of Ronald Reagan's conservative victory the following year. Now
they're big in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. The miners used to use them all the time.
In late 2017, Angela Merkel led her Christian Democrats to victory in the
She made like
elections. For the first time ever, there were 6
couple
parties
plates of
represented in the Bundestag.
I order them from the UP every once in a while. They come
and the rival Social Democrats
with a dry ice pack.
Since the 1940s, if not earlier.
Lima beans? What's wrong? Lima beans don't taste like anything, man.
53% of the vote combined.
I guess rutabagas are almost in the same boat. I mean, potatoes.
208 days to agree to a coalition after their March 2017.
I don't dislike lima beans.
Even so, the resulting.
I mean, do I go out and buy lima beans to cook and eat? Well, usually there's something else I'd rather have, but they ain't bad.
Represent different interests and points of view. A situation in which any one member of parliament has the power to take down the government, whether via defection, death, or resignation, is not.
That actually sounds good.
The Czech elections in December 2017
mixed with orange juice, so it's sweeter.
The formerly first-place Social Democrats slipped to 6th, while the Pirates took 3rd place, despite never having.
Vape Juice lemonade.
In 2002.
Don't we get that at Core? Isn't that what I get for you at Core?
Which has also never happened before. We have started seeing these trends seep into American politics.
Isn't that the same thing?
The 2 political parties are each composed of various blocks that change.
You guys have those?
Conservative Southern Democrats became Republicans.
They do like
Northeastern liberal Rockefeller Republicans turned
salad bowls stuff,
the need to find 60 votes before certain motions
salady type things
has been chipped away by leadership from both parties. Obamacare was eventually passed through reconciliation to bypass the Supreme Court nominations can no longer be held captive by the minority party. Increasingly, there's a grudging admission that
Jimmy John's
ideas have validity. Leftists complain.
I guess. Is there Jersey Mike's in Fremont? I'd rather have Jersey Mike's.
There's little they can do about it without.
I've been thinking about a Philly cheesesteak from there.
Right-wing pundits like Kurt Schlichter and sites like the Daily Caller frequently use new right ideas, jokes, and even slang. Unlike on the newsstand.
Yeah, I'll go to Jimmy John's. That's fine. Where's it at? Is it in Fremont?
This fable of competition in the marketplace of ideas can only help the new right, whose starting position was close to 0 vis-a-vis popular discourse.
I just had Jimmy John's earlier this week, but that's all right.
What is completely passed without comment is that under President Trump, it is still the judicial branch of government that is by far
it was good.
The most radical. The growing trend among right-wing jurists for strict constructionism means looking at the Constitution directly and putting decades of decisions...
Let me see where it's at.
The greatest...
Drive to Jimmy John's.
Greatest example of this was the Citizens United decision, which overturned decades worth of
Now, one of the days that...
Even
Okay,
issues
Fremont,
that the plaintiff
3.5 miles
wasn't
away. All right.
The Obamacare decision was...
I don't know. One of the days I didn't go to Moe's.
Struck down in its
But I stayed
entirety.
at stop. There we go.
The last time the Supreme Court had the nerve to strike down a major government program
Orange beet
was in
juice.
1935, when Charles Evans Hughes, Woodrow Wilson's opponent...
Yeah, at Core, they call it like blood something, or I think even Panera has something similar to that.
To be unconstitutional.
I usually get the, whatever it was, the mixture with the cayenne, and it's like a spicy, sweet fruit drink.
This is decreasingly the case, and consciously and intentionally so. 2015, Apple
African meat
announced that it would
market.
create such tight security on its forthcoming iPhones that the government and even Apple itself would be unable to access the phone's data without the owner's permission. No back door is a must, insisted Apple CEO.
What do you want from Jimmy John's?
Though cloaked in buzzwords about privacy and security, this was a sea change in the relationship between corporations.
I'm 7 minutes away.
State. Though Cook is no anarchist, the Apple approach is exactly the techno-anarchist idea that the government is an engineering problem to be solved for. It was the market itself that persuaded Apple, not any debate.
Number 6, you know the number?
Certainly not any.
Oh my God.
Instead of the major corporate taboo of defying the edicts of law enforcement
with no onions,
law enforcement,
or keep the onions on it.
Position where it can't side with the law, even if it wants to. Sorry, officer. In the same way that technology implemented the promises of the First Amendment, Defense Distributed is coming pretty close to doing the same for the Second Amendment. The organization created and distributed instructions for creating a gun in one's home using a 3D printer. Being made of binding material instead of metal, the so-called Liberator, will hardly be replaced.
Oh, it doesn't come with onions? That's why she likes it.
With some improvements, and the technology is...
So you haven't eaten anything real all week, and you want veggie? Come on, girl. Want some bacon on it?
Posted across the world. Short of shutting the internet down, there is no way for the government to destroy these files. In addition,
bacon on it?
Or
that's the first question. No.
No mechanism by which to make such guns.
Yeah, I figured.
There was no discussion, no debate, no attempt to persuade anyone of anything. There was information and technology. And there are many upset people who have been rendered completely powerless.
1.1 miles.
Moms can demand action all the way. They'd be just as successful demanding all these young adult men clean their rooms.
Oh, you pass it on the way to the turnpike, I see.
The project's creator, Cody Wilson, is more explicit about his views and freely refers to his opponents as the enemy. You can adjust.
Yeah, I only went to Moe's one day this week. Last time I went to Jimmy John's, I found hair in it.
Most people, the idea
2 of them. 2 hairs or two sandwiches?
Like saying water can be dry. Yet there exists the
where there's one hair, there's probably another.
Divided the people to keep and bear arms.
It's hard. I mean, imagine me making your sandwich.
From this, any individual can choose to view gun control laws.
It's hard to keep hair out of food, man. Hair ain't gonna hurt you as long as it ain't short and curly.
Quite harshly in practice, but in a moral sense, one can view it as if these actions don't exist as laws and are in fact antithetical.
Rebel news.
Actual law. For the right
did Lackluster look very uncomfortable to you guys on that stream last night, or what? He's like, I don't even know much about this topic, but you guys are having me on here, so.
Ohio Governor John Kasich, long a stalwart Republican, openly mused about a third party.
Just say no to pubes, yeah.
Those who think like them are being attacked and driven away from the Republican Party in the most personal terms. President Trump's approval rating among Republicans was over 80% in 2018. The Never Trump team are a statistical irrelevancy. At the same time, American politics has a way of reverting to the mean. George H.W. Bush didn't out-Reagan Reagan, nor did Ford out-Nixon Nixon. It is hard to imagine any Republican president, heck, any human, being more Trumpian.
No, he was on Real News Network last night.
The right is reactive in its strategy with its players disposable.
You know that Young Turk channel?
Where, say, Mencius Moldbug will be 3 years from now.
They rehash like older stories.
The entire movement as a bunch of Nazis are doomed to failure, if only because the actual Nazis of today aren't the Nazis of the 30s.
Yeah, I prefer toasted subs, but
subculture is by its nature a response.
does definitely fill the void, and it's cheaper than Jersey Mike's.
Though the mainstream has the numbers, historically speaking, self-aware, tightly organized minority tends to prevail over.
They got everything around here.
Population.
There's even an Aldi.
We've seen this everywhere, from Lenin seizing
Harbor
control
Freight
of Russia to the Constitutional Convention itself.
Edward Jones.
On the other hand, as any movement grows, infighting becomes inevitable and schisms necessarily happen. When the right wing in America consisted of small numbers
KFC
of
Frickers,
libertarians,
Taco Bell, Pizza Hut.
I'm a libertarian conservative, or a conservative libertarian, has given way to both ideologies having their own subculture, with subdivisions there as well.
Jimmy John's though.
Already,
It's telling me a turn here.
tension between the broader new right and the alt-right in terms of the veracity
Am I going the right
of
way?
prioritization of issues and strategy. And of course, there's the issue of ego.
7 years ago? Wow.
Sincerely or not, the new right holds out to young people the promise of being anti-establishment, edgy, and cool, things conservatism has historically had an issue with. Michael J. Fox's young Republican character from Family Ties was almost always clad in a suit. The increasing new right focus on self-actualization will only further concretize the subculture's role in American
Jimmy John's
society.
over here.
Cleverly, there's a conscious and intentional attempt by its adherents to distance
Did Waze
themselves
fuck
from
me up?
Trump at various times. The new right recognizes that the cathedral plays the long con, and they intend to respond in kind.
There is a Jimmy John's. Wow.
Feature the hero
Spectrum here too.
watching the American polity self-destruct before trying to fix it.
Biden's cancer lie. This will disgust you.
Albert Camus and his philosophy of the
Yeah.
absurd.
Yeah. If you didn't know it was here, search for it, you wouldn't even know. They don't have a drive-thru?
Only to have it fall away at the last possible.
Oh yeah, they do. Okay.
For Camus, once Sisyphus accepts the absurdity of his
All right, what do we want before we pull up the speaker?
that cannot be surmounted.
Serious delivery. They hate being recorded.
That we live in an
Petrol is
absurd
cheap.
where we are
Is
taught
it?
absurd
I didn't see the
things by
price there.
absurd people and threatened absurd consequences for defying all of it is to achieve a level of contentment. As Camus concludes, the struggle itself
What kind of chips you want?
is to fill a man's heart. One must imagine Sisyphus happy. Acknowledgements.
$3.19 a gallon there.
Stand alone. There were several people instrumental in getting this book from concept to reality. I am blessed to have Joe Veltri as my agent, who is the rare person who goes above and beyond for all his clients, regardless of their importance. My editor, Adam Bello, had the idea to change the premise from third person to
Yeah, I
first,
want
and he, alongside Kevin
number
Riley,
6
helped shape the manuscript. Ryan
veggie
Masteller's superb copy editing was the most precise and yet unpedantic
and a the caprese salami pesto.
Charles Rutten was
8-inch.
instrumental in researching 2 key points.
And a bag of barbecue and a bag of salt and vinegar.
I needed it, and is very bad at obscuring the big
large
heart
Coke.
and terrible political takes.
That'll
The
be it.
following people were also instrumental in helping
Thank
me
you.
fulfill this project, at the very least, via motion.
Caprese, a lot of chunks in it and stuff.
Approving of the contents of the
We'll
book,
see what it actually looks like.
as explicit endorsement of genocide. Ed Berlin, Marshall Beaupre, Chris Borer, Frederick Bouchardy, Mark Bauer, Topher Burns, Don Caldwell, Mike Cernovich, everyone at
Tat.
Top Media, except for you know who.
What are you talking about?
Jackie Danicki, Josh Davis, Pax Dickinson, Eric Dixon, Paul Duchko, John Durant.
I think you got me confused, man.
Jesse Forgione, Harry Metzger, Simon Franek, Michael Fazio, Pat Flynn, Camille Foster, Marcy Gallegos, the Gas Digital Crew, John Gergis, Jim Goad.
I got 3 little
Michael
tattoos.
Goldstein, Chuck and Amanda
No.
Grimmett, Andrew Heaton.
No, we went shopping for
Ryan
steel toe
Samantha
boots.
Holiday, Charles Hope, the Hughes family and the Charleses, Jay Irwin, Harjeet Jaswal, Andrea Jameson, Kennedy, Annette Knezovic,
The wife?
Darren Node,
The wife's got
Alan
lots of
Aaron,
tats.
Olivia Lilly, Maddox, Julie McGuire, Anders Mickelson, Weston Manami, Mencius Moldbug, Anna Nash. Charlie
No,
Nash,
wife loves tats.
no relation.
I love the tats on her too. She's got one that says Doc by
Andrew
accident.
Pisani, Maud Pritchard,
I've used it as a thumbnail a few times.
Steffi Russell, Tusher, I don't know how to pronounce your name, even though you corrected me many times. Tusher Saxena, Phil Saxton, Summer Saxton, Kurt
Yeah,
Schweitzer,
symbols.
Tom Shalhoub, Justin Stoddard, Cole and Amber Stryker, and Lil Line, Dick Talons, Peter Vahansky, Matt Welch, Chelsea Whitmore, Michael Wolf, Michael Woods, and last and certainly least, Tom Woods.
Love it when a fat guy's making your sub. Means he's making it good. Oh, go ahead, dude. That'd be awesome, actually.
Enjoyed this production of the new right, a Macmillan audio production for
I think last week I used it once.
This title was
Should be there.
by Guy Oldfield.
Or I could send you the, or
Copyright
post the actual picture in the community post or something.
Production copyright 2019 by Macmillan Audio.
Oh, book's over.
All rights reserved.
All right. Book's done.
Audible hopes you have enjoyed this program.
Oh, yeah. All right, Audible. We're going to play something else now. There's been a couple YouTube. We'll watch, Russell. Oh, let's go to, not YouTube, but Rumble. Russell Brand just dropped his live. Just finished it.
We beat Big Pharma this year. If by beat Big Pharma you mean make it, I found it. They're profiteering, evil scumbags, and everyone in Washington. We beat Big Pharma this year. If by beat Big Pharma you mean making meaningless measures that are difficult to implement and not reducing the price of a vital cancer drug. Hooray! What a victory! Today's story is a classic one of an administration that makes pledges and promises, blames their predecessors, uses empty rhetoric about representing the people when in fact, of course, they represent big business and the corporate globalist elite. In this case, Big Pharma. Publicly and politically, Joe Biden wants us to believe this.
Too many of you laying in bed at night like my dad did, staring at the ceiling, wondering what in God's names happens if your spouse gets cancer.
It's a weirdly emotional tool to provoke. You can see now that as politics and politicians become more and more alienated from ordinary people, they have to evoke myths and stories and images that normalise them. We know that they have a different
I'll have to
set of
download the app, I
interests
guess.
to us entirely. And this is not an abstract idea.
Get some specials
what I mean
going.
specifically by that is when decisions are being made, the decisions that they make, Joe Biden, the current administration, those decisions will be in accordance with the principles and alliances of big business and corporations. Not with, my dad was lying in bed and
What
you
you
know
doing
what
in
it's
my
like
car?
to corn pop and I sat on the stoop and I watched the kids go to school and I'm just like you. That's not the world they live in. That's not the world they're working for. That's not the problems they're addressing. You can prove that. We're going to prove it now.
What are you going to get money to pay for those medical bills? Or are you going to have to sell the house or try to get a second mortgage on it? I get it. I get it.
What angers me about that is that it is possible.
Thank you.
We're not going to accept lobbying money or funding from the pharmaceutical industry. We're not going to allow the FDA to be funded by the
behind me, so we keep going.
We are going to immediately and overnight regulate pharmaceutical companies so that they can make meaningful or reasonable profits, but not by buying up other companies, manipulating their stock prices in the stock market, by price gouging, all of those things. You could, with a stroke of a pen. But this isn't about Democrats versus Republicans. The Republicans wouldn't do that either. No one's going to do that because both parties have been bought out by the corporate elites. I know you know it, but in the context of this guy saying, I know what it's like, another mortgage, health crisis, if only I was president! Using this kind of rhetoric when you don't...
Got the bag.
Or even if you do mean it, you don't make decisions that...
Freaky fast.
It disgusts me. It actually disgusts me. And I think you, like me, are sick of it. We've had enough of being spoken to like that. We've had enough of that kind of language that isn't tethered to choices and decisions. They're using a rhetoric that will offend political figures like Gandhi, Martin Luther King...
Gandhi.
Where they go, listen, I know what it's like to be you. That's why I'm willing to die for what I believe in. I'm willing to die for it. But I'm willing to say a bunch of stuff, then go around the back and sign some papers that mean that Big Pharma can say they're changing stuff. But when it comes to the crunch, they're not going to change anything really. It won't affect Albert Bourla of Pfizer's graph going spring upward as they acquire another cancer company, as they promise they won't profit from the COVID-19 vaccine, but then ultimately do. When drugs are developed by your money, taxpayer money, that means your money, you pay taxes, right? That's your money, ultimately leads to profits to Big Pharma. What that shows you is a corrupt system. So you can't be the president of the United States or the vice president of the United States and use all sort of very rich. We've got to build a fair America, no wonder there's all these happening. And then make decisions that make it worse.
We're taking on powerful interests to bring healthcare costs down so you can sleep better at night with more security.
So they're making it all personal about you at bedtime. They're trying to psychologically reach into your heart.
This is only 25 minutes long.
You that feels loneliness and heartbreak and fear about your kids and, oh no, how am I going to pay for this? How am I going to pay for that? They provoke that linguistically with like neuro-linguistic programming techniques that they're schooled in. You know, I don't mean Joe Biden personally.
Got to figure out what book we're going to... If Anna was in here, one of the books I bought was Norm Macdonald memoir.
The president of the United States, like me, or some campaigner or activist, we're going to take on those powerful interests.
I got the Anarchist Handbook too by Michael Malice.
That's going to meaningfully regulate Big Pharma. You can say from now on the
Nordic Tales. Yo, LVA.
You can have another bill that's going to change the FDA.
I got 2 Jordan Peterson books.
Congress can't own stocks and shares in Big Pharma.
Spy Secrets That Can Save Your Life by Jason Hansen.
Do all that stuff. Then you can use all
I don't know why I bought that one, but I thought it looked cool.
Rhetoric that you want. Well, no, this geezer, he means it.
We just did our shopping for the steel toe boots from the donation from Dirty Dog. We got 5 pair.
Oh God, it's gone too far. We're going to have to do something. We pass a bill where we say we're going to regulate. There's only about 4 or 5 drugs.
I got War and Peace.
Yeah, let's do that then. Oh, should we pass a bill where we're going to
Spy Secrets, yeah, it does sound good.
But they're able to have
That's why I think it was on the 2-for-1 credits.
They're not willing to attack the
Foxfire book.
that they're part of. They're not willing to dismantle their own house around them. That's why you and me have to demand systemic change.
Elaborate.
Like, well, okay, what would sort of make it all break apart? It would break apart if they couldn't own stocks and shares. It would break apart if they couldn't accept lobbying money. It would break apart.
Oh, it'd be longer than a week.
That still would be the solution. You still have the problem.
Especially since I only play them when I'm driving most of the time. That's over 1,000 pages. That is not the longest book I've read, though. It was a Ken Follett book. That was like 1,300 pages. Log cabin building, mountain crafts, foods, planting by the science things.
Any nation in the world.
Hunting tales.
We know that. We told you that. I can't actually believe this. I can't
Okay.
believe that the president of the country is now able
Oh, War and Peace? Yeah.
That's what they've realised. But the system is so entrenched that the president is now trying to...
Damn, it is fucking pouring now.
Some civil rights campaigner in Milwaukee. He's in charge. I don't think he's in charge.
Okay. Well, I know how to live in the wild, so. That's the whole title? Holy shit. Is it available on, there's probably a lot of illustrations in there, huh? It's probably not a very decent audible book, audio book.
Developed by taxpayer money, being meaningfully regulated when it comes to pricing. Nuts! Right, stop laughing then, stop the bullshit, accept the vision theatre. Nothing real's happening in that building. In the summer of 2020, then California Attorney General Xavier Becerra demanded the Trump administration use existing law to lower the price of medicines that were originally developed at taxpayer expense. So when there were no consequences to their work, i.e. they didn't have the administrative power to implement what they were saying, they agreed, hey, this should change, we've got to do something about drug prices. We cannot
in the zone for sure, there, LVA.
Dedication to chance and the whims of the marketplace.
Well, it's a good thing you ain't got nothing productive to do.
Becerra wrote in a letter to the Trump administration in response to the high price of remdesivir, which treats
Woodsman magazine? I don't think I've ever seen that either.
Now Health and Human Services Secretary in the Biden
Actually, I think when I was a kid, the barber used to have it.
Patients unable to afford the $180,000 a year price of a medicine whose development was originally funded by the public. Just remember, a minute ago in your life, we watch Joe Biden go, I know it's late, my dad, lying in bed, looking at the ceiling, heaven forbid, this spouse gets cancer. Right, that's your imagination. In real life, now, to Americans, $180,000 a year charge for a medicine whose development was originally funded by public. That's actually even worse.
TSC carries it.
Right, the American public, you're willing to pay tax. Okay, right, so here's your tax dollars, hand them over, live develop this cancer drug. Yeah, this works. It's a good cancer drug, fantastic. You guys distribute that, sell it, take a small profit. No, take an exorbitant profit. So exorbitant, in fact, that the very people who participated in this development can't afford it when their relatives have got cancer. That is the opposite of the rhetoric. We cannot accept that. Our willingness to mentally inject drugs when actually it's necessary to alleviate health or safety needs, or when a medicine is not available to the public on reasonable terms. So I guess the legislation already exists for people who are...
How's he wasting time?
We all know, like, who among us didn't lose someone from cancer, doesn't know someone with cancer, has got someone right now, the insurance, all of us, isn't it? It's one of the insurance, all of us, isn't it? It's one of those things, which, by the way, only exists terrible diets and lifestyle.
I had some of them GM Oreos last night. I couldn't even finish one whole roll.
More powerful stress, they benefit from getting cancer, then they benefit from treatment cancer, they benefit from mobilising sick, weary people that are vital and vibrant and awake and ready to go. We'll deal with that in a minute. But law already exists.
I've lost my glasses. I can't fucking find my glasses. So night driving is kind of dangerous right now. So I go see the eye doctor. I've had those glasses for years too.
Commercialisation and public availability of government-funded inventions with a primary purpose to allow government-funded recipients.
A lot of times they just end up under the seat here in the car. But
they're arguing that the people that receive the government funding,
I think I wore them in the house one time, and maybe the cats did something with it.
Exempted from the obligation to allow people to acquire it at a reasonable price. Seems like that. We're big fans of this shit. My dad used to look at the ceiling, worrying about cancer.
Ooh, pass the guitar around. Puff pass, strum pass.
With pharmaceutical companies Pfizer and Astellas, despite Astellas in the United States. Oh my God! So American taxpayers.
The talent I've never caught on to. I've had people try and show me, but
paying for them to go elsewhere and sell that drug at a profit. That's a systemic problem that you should just end that now, shouldn't you? Because once you know that, and once anyone that votes against it, oh, you're scum then. Yeah, okay, good.
Was not. It was a country barbershop, so.
Leave people alone. Leave people alone and let them be able to celebrate and enjoy and love one another. Cool. Now, stop pretending to be nice when you're scum. The patent holders of Sandy, whose ingredients were developed at a California public university, have earned more than $20 billion from the drug, according to the American Prospect. So there's some profit in it, $20 billion. Look, I don't get into redistribution of wealth in case you lot think I'm talking about communism or something. But what I'm talking about is there already is redistribution of wealth. It's redistribution of wealth to take your taxpayer dollars, develop a drug, then go sell it abroad and get $20 billion. That's already. So we're not arguing about whether or not redistribution of wealth is going to happen. It does. We're arguing about where it gets redistributed to. You or them. You decide. Socialism in the development, capitalism in the profit.
I've looked in all the places I thought I might have it, but writing it down.
Taking your money. Remember that. Bucharest's decision may be a dramatic about face, but it is consistent for his boss, President Joe Biden. Biden was vice president when the Obama administration rejected congressional.
No worries. Thanks for coming by on Indoctrinated.
Same power to lower the skyrocketing prices of medicine in America.
We're gonna go eat some lunch with the wifey and try and fix a stupid problem with one of the computers. Yeah, poker tonight. That's what we were talking about earlier. LVA sounds good. Not sure what time I'm gonna be back. I gotta go. I gotta leave from here, and I gotta go all the way to East Cleveland. So it'll be tonight for sure.
Why don't you, instead of talking about me looking at the ceiling, why don't you introduce a bill and then demand that change is made? Well, the problem is, Dad, you see that ceiling, guess who paid for it? Yeah, me and our corruption. Oh, okay. Remember the rhetoric at the beginning. Remember it. Remember the sanctimony. Now, here is how he's behaved throughout his political life, the decisions he's made. I'm not talking about personal life and whether people break hearts or drink too much booze or the kind of errors.
Friends and Co. will probably do something tonight too. Friday's usually a good night for poker.
As a politician, the interest is represented? Are they yours? Is it one like you staring at the ceiling?
I even get,
I'm not like
I said, wife's probably not going to play, but I'll probably be able to get her on StreamYard. So
as a senator in 2000, Biden was one of just 8 Democrats who helped pharmaceutical lobbyists kill a measure spearheaded by Senator Paul Wellstone and then Representative Bernie Sanders that would have reinstated the Reagan-era requirement that drug companies sell medicines developed with public money at a reasonable price. Reagan! And that's the sort of thing that should be happening. The requirement was repealed by the Clinton administration. Oh God, they're worse. In 1995,
they're worse.
By drug makers.
Much worse.
Members of the public are concerned that the prices they pay are higher than those in other high-income countries. The Biden administration wrote in a letter to cancer patients on Tuesday. How are we going to trick these cancer patients into accepting the unnecessary deaths of their loved ones? Empty rhetoric? Oh yeah, I'm good at that. Adding the officials share your concern about the high price of drugs and the burden it places on patients and their families, particularly the uninsured and the underinsured. Oh, thanks.
All right.
I'll use this concern and see if that will help break down this tumour. Oh no, look, the concern's not doing anything. How about some policy, you lying bastard?
I just passed the turn for Clyde High School, so
Rejecting the petition
I haven't passed up the Dollar General yet.
Patents on Sandy because the prostate cancer drug is widely available.
Yeah, it's a bad spot.
Why? That's not good enough. 180 grand years. That seems like a marching situation.
It'll get better when I get near the center.
We just have a position of the recipients of that letter from the President of the United States. Hey, darling, finally some good news about sugar cancer that was found out for 180,000. But now the letter from the President himself. Listen.
It'll get better.
This is good. 180,000 does seem like too much. Oh, this is good. And we share your concerns. This is brilliant. What we've decided to do.
I'm going to switch over to the Wi-Fi when I get there too, because it's a decent Wi-Fi.
Cancer was terrible. It's a new low. Studies have shown that most, if not all, major new drugs are originally developed.
Oh wow, people dropping off like crazy.
Oh, so you're paying for it. But the urging of
Went from 11 to 6.
and there's nearly $250 million of
Nobody wants to hang out if Indoctrinated's not here.
Both parties, by coincidence, federal officials have refused to use their existing power to reduce the US prices of those drugs. We cannot detach these real cases from that rhetoric. We have an obligation to make them accountable. That's what the system's supposed to be. Those politicians are supposed to represent the interests of people whose family member has got cancer, who can't afford the cancer drug. Oh, we'll write for the president. Oh, the president's coming back. We say, basically, fuck off. And a story about his dad. Well, there's a story about his dad here and a
Yeah, this is where we're at, if you can see it.
Yeah, all the way down here. It says,
Green
fuck off.
Springs.
Oh, we should stop voting for people like that and instead form new political communities that are willing to overlook the barriers they place between us culturally to
Green
finally confront
Springs.
these corporate interests. Did he put all that in the letter?
Real one's still here.
More stories like dad and a ceiling. How many rooms they have in that house? The result, the American public is financing pharmaceutical research and development and then being rewarded for that investment with the world's highest prices for medicine. There you go, kids. America. For more
Green
years.
Springs should be Yellow Springs, because these are like sulfur springs. It smells like rotten eggs here.
Prior to joining the Biden administration, Becerra had criticized this situation, expressing support for using executive authority to crack down on high drug prices. When it meant nothing, they said it. Now it means something, forget it. As a member of Congress in 2016, Becerra signed on to a letter to the Obama Department of Health and Human Services calling on officials to broadly use
she just parks
to lower
wherever she wants.
including specialty drugs like those to treat cancer, which are frequently developed with taxpayer funds. Exactly this, essentially.
I'm just going to park right in front of her car, because I'm leaving.
The government can waive patent exclusivity for drugs whose research was funded by federal government dollars, speeding the arrival of far cheaper generics
she comes.
to the market. Wow. So in that speech, he could go. And to show that I mean it, and this isn't just a story about ceiling that doesn't mean anything to anybody.
Jimmy Jones.
Jimmy Jones.
I'm
Freaking
starving.
fast. Hey y'all.
Is this her end?
Already in place. Go, listen, you start selling that shit,
Is it?
we're going to waive your patent, and then every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the market will be flogging that
What's
stuff,
up?
white label, easy accessible prices. They could do that. It's possible, but they won't because they don't work.
Can you guys take a close up?
Of that tattoo? Yeah.
You go, oh good, you really care about me.
Hi, Dirty.
That ceiling, right? Here you go, then do this. Oh,
Pretty good deal on those boots though, huh?
Yeah.
I was just about to leave to go to Walmart, and I was like, wait, this says a clearance sticker on it.
Skechers too.
Yeah, Skechers, steel toe.
In this case, the patent on Zandy is held by pharma giant Astellas, which in turn shares the.
Trying to figure out who that is.
Oh, I was like, are you trying to read the chat or what?
No, I'm trying to figure out who
No
that
more
is.
kissy.
Oh, it's Jess. It's Jess.
One of the therapists.
We need a lot of therapy here today. All of us.
Apparently. We got 5 pair of them, so. They carpeted the whole back with the boxes.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Very nice.
I'm glad the lady, because I went through the self-checkout, the lady was like, are there any security things on this? I'm like, I don't think so.
Were there?
Yeah.
Oh.
3 out of the 5 pair had security tags on them.
Nice.
She's like, yeah, you just set it off on the way out. Oh, speaking of that. Receipt.
All right. I'm starving.
All right, we're going to go. I'm going to take it in.
Okay.
All right.
I'm taking this with me, though.
All right.
Patent waiver thing. That means we're going to lose.
All right. Meet her in there. We're going to go right into her office, so. We'll keep it going. I just got to grab the little mini tripod. I'll probably leave you guys in the office with her. Wait a minute. But it's gonna you're gonna get a circle for guys. No, it's only barely sprinkling here, so I'll leave you up. As long as I don't get any of the clients, we're good. And there's like a back door that goes to her office, so. I am going to turn on the Wi-Fi, though, on this phone. Because inside, it's going to drop. All right, no worries, Derek. We will get that picture, though. I'll put it up as a community post. I appreciate it. Or you can join the Telegram, and I'll send you the whole raw file. It'll be higher resolution. All right. Telegram? Do you have Telegram? If you click on the link either in my description or my Linktree link, there's my Telegram. I have a channel and also a individual account. Let me. You're gonna get the circle for a minute when I put the Wi-Fi on. Just give me a second. Back. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'll just post it as a community post then. It won't be as high of a quality, but yeah. Oh, look at this. That's the center in Maple Heights. Legends. All right. She's eating my sub, so I'm going to go in there. I'm going to take you guys with me, though. Let me get this tripod. All right. I don't even think I'm gonna need my my laptop in here. I'll come back and get it if I'm gonna need my my laptop in here. I'll come back and get it if I need to. You know what I will bring is the extra battery just in case, though. Battery. Battery will go in the pocket. My nose is running. Cord around the neck. All right. May go out for a second whenever it jumps on the Wi-Fi for some reason. Even though we're right here, it's not jumping on it yet. Here, I'll show you guys the inside here. This is the intake area. Nice TV, licensures, all the little sugar and pregnancy tests and stuff. She already got her sub open.
Oh, yeah, I'm starving.
She thinks a veggie sub is going to fill her up. All right. Nope. You can mute that. You just mute the browser tab. Okay. All right. Oh, let me show her office. I don't think I've ever shown it before. This is behind me. This is her witchy ass office, or Zen Den as she calls it. I think actually one of the things around here says that.
Yeah, that's what
So, good vibes. She's got all her witchy posters there. Nice little Zen Den here. She's still got her big ass bag of croutons. Look at this thing. Look at the size of this bag of croutons. On the shredder. Ooh, got the Keurig.
Yes, I did.
That was a $100 Keurig?
No, that's a $55.
Oh, I was gonna say. I thought you could spend $100.
I did. I spent $100 on
Coffee?
Keurig, coffee, sweet and low, creamer. Yeah, I got the cheapest Keurig ever because I only need it for a single cup. I care more about the coffee than the Keurig.
You should have bought some coffee brand coffee K-Cups. That's not very cheap though. All right, we're gonna eat. So, make me understand what is going on with her shit.
Who's her shit?
The director of nursing.
I don't know. On my end, it's fine. On other people's ends, it's in Teams. It's popping up as Natasha West.
I don't know how I'm gonna fix that. Is she here today? Okay. Who's here?
What do you mean?
Is Nate here?
Nate's here.
Actually, where are we at? We're at 5 people. All right, we're diminishing pretty good anyway here, so. I think it's rude to eat on stream, so I'm going to probably kill it. And we'll restart it when we're heading out. Hey, LVA. Do you guys mind if I eat? I mean, I'll leave it going if you don't mind. I think whatever fix I got it, well, we're down to 4 folks now. I'll restart it. I'll get at least one more notification, so I'll restart it before I head out to East Cleveland. That's what, how long of a drive?
Hour and a half from here.
Hour and a half from here, so. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and eat. Thanks for riding with me. That way it'll be easier to cut out the one section, the shopping section of the stream for my other channels. Peace, everybody.